being me. Where you from, boy, where you from? You better run, 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 run home. I'm the king of the world. Here they come, here they come, again, again, here they come. Here they come, so clap your hands. Here they come. Raise the flag and praise my back. You better pray you don't make me mad. 'Cause these six, they don't leave no mark. Look at me, but don't look me in the eye. I'm the king of the world. Here they come, here they come, again, again, here they come. Here they come, so clap your hands. Here they come. These six, they don't leave no mark. 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 I'm the king of the world. Here they come, here they come, again and again, here they come. Here they come, so clap your hands. Here they come.
Hey, how's it going, y'all? It's the captain. Hey, Komarowski. Well, here in America, this past weekend, we celebrated Thanksgiving. We had a 4-day weekend. Lots of people doing lots of shopping. Friday was what they call Black Friday, where everybody goes and runs to the malls and stores and stuff and tries to get a bunch of sale items. And Monday's Digital Monday or something like that, So I'm sure that you guys are experiencing that part of it for sure, because I think Christmas happens a lot of places. Old gift giving thing happens. So I've been doing that. Lots of turkey. I have nothing but leftovers from Thanksgiving. And and what is that? That trip to whatever it is in that turkey, man, it's been so lots of sleeping, lots of eating too much. Hey, good to see you, Van Rommel. Or Rummel. Van Rummel. It's good to see you again. Glad you're here. So today we're just going to do a random play again. We'll see how that works out. It's been working out pretty good for us. Try to do our best at it. And then at the end of all that, I got a couple of things to talk to you about. We got old Kanagawa. I got the expansion for it and actually got to play with it finally. So wanted to talk about that, which brought me to another game that I feel is fairly similar in that they're both Tableau type of games, and that's Jump Drive. So I wanted to just kind of chat about that a little bit after we're done with the game. So yeah, it's quick. It's quick. You're right. It is about it's 20 minutes at tops. My wife likes to read every card and make sure she's doing the right thing. Have to be very patient, and but that's okay. That's all right. She's playing games with me, so it's hard for me to complain. All right. So Speaking of playing games, let's get to playing one now. All right. So we are gonna play. We're gonna do a quick game. Let's see what happens. Oh, we get to play against the Mullick. How about that? 35 ways to kill the Mullick. And we're gonna do it with the old, was that Mississippi? I believe. No, that's the jungle, Neo Jungle. That's what that symbol is. Neo Jungle. So Neo Jungle versus Mullick. So here we go. All right. Just in case you don't know, with the Neo Jungle, this module here, this is our HQ, and this symbol here talks about the Neo Jungle. So basically, any modules that are attached to anything that's attached to this. So it creates, anything that's attached to this creates more of the mother, what's it called? The motherland. And any module that's attached to the motherland makes everything have that use of that module. That includes medics and stuff like that. So if anybody in the motherland gets hit, you can take a medic from anywhere in the motherland and expend it. So that's pretty cool. Given that situation, he's got ranged attack. We want to be close to him, but we want to poison him. Could put him here. Let's see, ranged attack. He would have a ranged here for me, and a ranged here for me, and a ranged here, and a ranged here. That's 4. If I put him here, you'd only have, okay. So I'm thinking about putting him right here. And the deal is if I put him here, he would be able to put a ranged attack for my HQ here or here, which would give him 2 attacks. I'm still only 2 away from him, which is nice. I think that's the better way to go. Yeah, I think I'm all right with that. Let's see what happens. All right. He's got a movement he's holding on to. All right, I got a medic. All right. I have a good mind to put the medic right here, honestly. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the medic, put it right over here. Boop, boop, boop. That gets rid of one of his spaces to hit me. And it doesn't really matter where this guy is attached as long as it's attached to the motherland. Right now, the motherland is 1 tile. This creates another tile. So now I can put attacking guys out this way or whatever. So that's all right. And then I am going to get rid of the battle. I need some poison. I need some poison. He's got a movement. There. Got a ranged guy. Oh, he's going to actually battle. He's going to take out my medic. I mean, you know, whatever. All right, so I got a nice big defender I can put there. And I got poison. This goes off on a 2. I'm not too worried about him. But I do have to breach this, and he's going to be clearing. He's going to be like pruning us, if you will, because every time we try to expand this way towards his HQ, this guy is going to shoot us. And it only takes one shot to get rid of him. I don't know if that I'm too worried about it. I'd like to take this poison guy and apply poison here for sure. And he would die immediately because of this guy. All right. Yeah, I'm going to do it that way. I'm going to get rid of this defense. Forget defense. We don't need defense. We're going to take this guy, put him here. Either that or we can put him here. Because if he pushes... Yeah, I want to be this way. I was thinking that he could put a guy here, but it doesn't really matter. And then I'd take this guy. Go the inside or the outside. I think I'll go... I'll go the outside route. Let's see what happens there. Getting rid of a battle. He's got a 3. Dadgummit, he's got a 3, which is going to take out both of these guys. Well, that's a bummer. That is a bummer. I didn't want that. We have a castle. So this castle, if you've watched me for any amount of time, you know how much I hate castles. So what castles do is you can switch places with any two, and I believe it's adjacent in this case, any two adjacent friendly units can switch places, but don't change their facing. Netted units can't castle. So basically, I can exchange this guy with this guy, which does me absolutely no good, or this guy with this guy, which doesn't do me any good. So that is totally useless. I need to get rid of this 3. All right, so we're definitely going to get rid of the castle. You can put the 1 below the HQ and then castle. You know, one thing that I could do, just thinking about that, Komrosky, the castle may help if, let's say we get rid of this. I could put the 1 over here and sacrifice him, basically, so that way we can poison his HQ. I mean, we'll take a damage, this guy will take a damage, but your idea of keeping our HQ from getting damaged is an idea. But what I really want to do is put that poison on him. So let me do this. I'm going to put him this way, hoping that I can make him survive. And then I will castle. I don't know what I put it on. I put it on random, Superboard. So I'm going to castle these 2 guys. Yep. And that way we're going to make sure that we put poison on him. But we got to get rid of this 3 if we can. Got rid of an attack. Oh, now he's got a 3 there. Dadgummit. We're just, man. Aha! We got a net. Definitely want to net this 3. Definitely want to net that 3. And I still say we don't want to battle. Man, I've been getting rid of all the battles. That'd be the 3rd battle. I think we only have 5 of them. But I think it'll serve us more to do that, because I can put this net right here, stop this 3. If I can get something to stop that 3, I would enjoy the heck out of that. And I'll take Mr. Rat Boy here, and I'll put him here. All right. He got rid of a gauze. He's pushing us. He's pushing our net. Gummit. Moloch and his pushes. And this is another thing. Moloch against the jungle. You don't want to get the jungle too deep. You want it to be fairly thin and long if possible, because he's got that bomb. So I guess we'll move this way. Hey, gummit. This is not working out the way I wanted to. All right, we can save somebody. This will give us a +1 to initiative, which would make it a 3, which would be awesome. Everyone gets a +1. All right, that's probably our best aspect. Is let's just get mean. Let's just get mean. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this. We're going to put him here. Wait a minute. No, we're not going to put him there. We're going to put him here. And then, actually we can put, no, we can't. He won't be attached. Put him here. We'll take this guy. Put him here. Now everybody gets a toughness, which is going to be super helpful. Oh no, everybody doesn't get a toughness. They just get a +1. I was thinking they were going to get a toughness. That's still okay. Yeah, I think that's still okay. So this 3, the 3 goes here, that 3 goes there. This 2 becomes a 1. So I could put this there instead. No, that's fine. All right, oh, come on, man! In battle. The bomb! Hey, gummit. Hey, Vader. Good to see you, man. Moloch dropped. We randomly did it, and it was Moloch versus Neo Jungle, and Moloch just dropped a bomb on us. I thought we had it figured out too, man. Again, it doesn't do us any good to do a battle. I got to get rid of another battle. This doesn't help us. I can make it a 2. I can make that one a 2. I can make this one a 3. If I extend it to there. I could do... I mean, that's all I got. That's all I have. I can make it a 3. So that makes the poison go off at the same time that this goes off. That's all I got. And then I can keep one of these rat boys alive instead of that 3 killing it. And I would probably keep that one alive. That 2's going to kill him. Yep. Hey, Dutch. So far, we're 20-20, and we have been... Oh, come on! Another push. All right, we got a small bomb. We can take out all 3 of these. And none of them have toughness. And we don't need the castle. Nope, because we're going to link these back up. All right. So we'll do this. Yep. Bam. All right. That's done. Then I want to take this one. And go like this. It's a little crazy, but that gives him a 4, which will take this guy, and this guy is going to do damage. Yep. That seems all right. This guy goes off on a 2. All right. So far, so good. We'll move with that. I don't know what else to do right now. Oh, come on. Frustrating. All right, 14. All right, this right here is, I don't know, they call it roots or something. It's just a foundation. It doesn't do anything for you except extend the motherland. You can put tiles on top of it. So I can put this guy here, which will kill them. Oh. Oh, all right. We're going to get rid of this. And we put this one here. That'll make him a 3? No? Oh, because this one is... We have no motherland. Oh, no! We have no motherland because our HQ is... Yeah. Because our HQ is, it takes away everything that is, ay, ay, ay. Golly. I can't think of a good way to go. Because when I kill, so if I were to kill him on a 2, then we would go to initiative 1, and all of these have already passed them. So we're going to take loads of damage. Nothing's going to happen. but I will take these guys out. I don't know what else to do. I just don't have any good moves. I can protect this. I need to put a guy here, I guess. It doesn't matter if it's a 2 or a 1. So I guess I can put this 1 here, put that 2 there, so at least they're mutual destruction, I guess. And then whatever he puts here gets netted. So I think that's about as good as we can get. Yeah, it's really frustrating, Vader. Things are not working. No poison for us. Yep, taking out Rat Boy, taking out Rat Boy, taking out that guy. Right. So we took 1 damage. Oh, he just gets to go off at 0 because we're not connected. So at least that's good. Ugh. All right, so it could have been worse, right? So this guy's gonna do 2 damage to us, which isn't good. We've got movement. I mean, we could move this guy up. Then that gives him 2 more places to... At least I'm defending where I'm at. Movement. I don't know that it helps. I think that's the one I'm getting rid of. I think I'm going to put this guy here. He'll go off on a 2. That doesn't take him out in time. That doesn't take him out in time, but it also gets rid of him and does this. And I was thinking about netting the HQ, so these guys only do 1 damage. I can always put somebody here, maybe, to stop the damage there, unless he puts somebody there. I think that's the way I'm gonna go. I gotta do more damage to his HQ. I'm hoping we get a distance or a... Yeah. But he's blocked us in now. Alright, let me think about this. I can net this guy. So that'll keep him from doing damage. We'll only get 1 damage to our base. I can do multiple damage to him, but he's going to absorb it. If I put a 2 on him and he does 2 damage, then I don't need to net. Which seems like the better bet. So the idea is if I put this guy here, and then I put this over here, right? He'll go off on 3. He'll do 2 damage to him. This guy is going to go off on a 2, and he'll do 2 damage to him and the HQ. This can only take care of one thing, and it'll end up... Only thing you can take care of is the HQ, which will get 2 damage. Yeah, that's when it'll get used. I don't know how else to get around it. I don't know. Let's just do it. And he put a 3 there. Of course he pushed. Oi, oi, oi. Alright, we got Poison Monster. Poison Monster will go off at 3, which is great. This guy... Yeah, he does. Definitely thinks we're a pushover. All right, we're going to connect this back. It's just a matter of which one to go where. At this point, poison doesn't matter. It's already too late in the game. And I think we should put this big son of a buck. We don't need this. We should put this big son of a buck right here. Do lots of damage. And instead of 0, there'll be 2. This guy will do damage to him, right? He'll do damage to him, but he'll only do 1 damage to him. And he's got toughness, so he'll survive, do 3 damage to him. Then we'll take this guy. We'll do this on the 2. There we go. Let's see what happens. There you go. So we cleared out a lot. There you go. 17. 17 all. This one's been tough. It's my final turn. Woo! We got to do damage. Oh, look at that guy. Daggum son of a buck. I got no movement. I got no attack on him. All right. I can slow him down, I think. If I put this here, right? 1 and a 0. And I put this... It doesn't really matter. Put this here. All right, then he'll go off on a 1, so he'll only do 1 damage to me. But I'm still, he's going to win by 1. I can't, there's no, dadgummit. Whew, that was a hard one. There's the 1 damage. Yeah. Nothing I could do. Man, 16 to 17. He just got us. He just got us. Man, that was rough. That was rough. All right, well, there you go. So now I'm going to just, I just want to take a few minutes, talk about a couple of games that, I don't know, I found interesting. I liked it. Like I said, I got the expansion. He pushed at the right times. He netted at the right time. He dropped the bomb at the right time. We had battles when we didn't need them. I don't know. That was frustrating. That was a frustrating game. But hey, we only lost by 1 point. It seems pretty good. So, yeah, and Neo Jungle is not my favorite to take up against Mullet for sure. Yeah, Mullet. Anyway, I played the expansion with Kanagawa, and I just wanted to talk to you guys about those things. If you want to stick around, that's cool. Let's talk about it. All right, Kanagawa. So I don't know how familiar you guys are with Kanagawa, but it's pretty neat production. It's pretty. It's about painting. Very strange thing. By the way, this is the instruction manual for the new expansion, the Yokai expansion, which just adds some more cards. It basically makes Kanagawa way more replayable. It gives you a few more things to look at. So, just in case you guys don't know, you kind of go over a few quick things here. This is the drafting board, and basically the way that this would work is we would randomly lay these out like this. And if we're playing a 3-player game, this one would come out this way. So anytime it's red, it would go face down. So the only thing that we know is that this is a kite card because it has a symbol of a kite on it. And then we'd have what these actually are. And so you could draft either any one of these 3 columns, and everybody gets a choice. Do you want to draft or pass? If you draft, then you get this card, and then everybody else goes on. And basically, if everybody passed, we would turn this over, then we would flip this way, and then we'd flip that one over. And then we decide, do you want to draft? And somebody would say, oh, but if I don't take this now, then somebody else will take it, that kind of deal. So that's how you get it. It's a portal game in Poland. It's a good game. Ignacy, usually produces good games. So this is one of those. So the drafting technique is really cool. The other thing about this is the cards themselves are extremely interesting. So this one takes a yellow to paint. So this will give you a green to paint. So you're either using the cards this way, and then you end up with this, or you're using them this way to paint your picture. So you're either making a mural or you're increasing your abilities. That's how that works. So these are the paints that you get. And like I said, you would need, in order to paint this, you'd need a yellow. Let's see if I can find one real quick. Of course I can't. Here we go. So you would need a yellow. So you'd have to be like that. Now the other thing that you'd have is you start out with 2 paint brushes, paint pots, I guess. And basically, which are really cool, you end up with a bunch of wooden pieces, and you get these paint pots. Really neat, with the paintbrush inside of it. And basically, you move them. This tells me, this arrow tells me I can move it 1 space to the left or to the right. So it starts out here. So obviously I can move it one over there, which gives me the yellow, which allows me to then paint that. So that's how that goes. So in a draft, if I were to end up getting both of these, I could put that in my studio, which would give me a yellow, and then I could paint this. Now, this is the yokai bit, and that is these guys here. Every time you get one of these symbols, you have to take a yokai. And it's kind of like a hot potato mechanic. If you end up with one yokai, it's like -2. If you end up with 2, it's -4. And if you end up with 3, it's -8. I don't know. I'm making that up, but I think it might be -12 if you end up with all 3. Anyway, that's how that works. So you get these yokai that get passed around back and forth. You can collect the yokai. So you get points for making different collections. So one of the things that I can show you on these cards, this is like springtime here. That's that. This is summer, and this is winter. You can see the snow, right? So those, and there's a fall as well, which is just leaves. So that's that. And then you have things like, hey, that's an umbrella. So you could collect umbrellas. So there's three umbrellas right there. So you could collect umbrellas and you can get points for umbrellas. You can get points for having the longest run. So you could have like the longest run of autumn, right? So you could get points for that. There's also, in this case, there's kites as well. There are people that you can collect and stuff like that. Some cards give you extra points. That's just a point right on this card. And some are easy to paint, only takes 1 to paint, and some are harder to paint. This thing here essentially gives you the first player marker, and it's like the opposite of a hot potato. At the end, if you have the first player marker, you get some extra points. So that's kind of neat. You build a tableau. It's pretty simple. You build a tableau. This drafting method is really neat, how you get that. And like I said, because the yokai expansion, you end up with even more cards. You end up with, besides this one's buildings, that's from the original, you end up with lanterns, which the yokai. You end up with kites, and you end up with umbrellas. Those are the new, from the new yokai expansion. So you can decide to add whatever you want. This is a people. So that's another thing you can get. And there's another one with animals. And the way that you end up getting points, and I'll just show this to you real quick in case you don't know, but essentially there's things like this. And this basically says, hey, if you can get 2 sets of 2 lanterns in your painting, you can take this one, you'll get 4 points. But wait, if you don't take that one and you get 2 sets of lanterns plus 1 more, you can get 6 points. But you have to make the decision now. So if you painted this, you either take it or you don't. And if you don't take it, then you can't go back and get it. When you paint this, you could take it. So that's how that goes. So you've got a bunch of these different achievements, different goals that you could go for. They're sitting out. And every time you make a goal, you have to look and say, do I want to take the people thing now, or do I want to wait because I can make more points? So that's how that works. And you get, with the expansion, you end up with a ton of these that you lay out as necessary. You know, it could be buildings, it could be even the movement. If you get multiple movements, if you have 3 times movement, you can get 3 points for that, right? So there's all different kinds of things that you could collect, and it's done pretty easily. You don't have to memorize anything. You just have that laying out there. So it's pretty neat. It's a really good game. Easy to teach, easy to learn, and I like the choices that you get to make. So that's that. And that's Yokogawa. So let me see. What else do we have? So then that got me to thinking, because I played that with the expansion, and the cool thing about the expansion is it just makes it more replayable, because now you got more stuff and you can decide what to add and what not to add, and try different strategies and things like that. It's pretty cool. I like it. It took a good game and made it more usable, more, you know, hey, let's play it again, but let's try it with this instead. So that's cool. That was cool. And I wasn't sure about that. I don't really like hot potato mechanic with the yokai, but it turned out okay. It was okay. And there's this thing about, if you get all 3 yokai, you can actually claim a reward, but then you want to get rid of them because you don't want to keep them. So that's really interesting. And so you might want to draft yokai early, draft cards that have yokai symbols on them early, but then you want to draft cards that say get rid of a yokai as you play the game. So Jump Drive is a really, really simple game. You just get a ton of cards, right? You get a ton of cards. I've got even more cards because I got 2 sets, but you get a bunch of cards. And instead of drafting cards, you randomly draw cards. Now, I'm sure you could come up with the draft mechanic for Jump Drive, have a thing, but like, you draw so many cards. Like, you'll draw 9 cards in one turn, or, you know, maybe even 12 cards, right? So basically you start the game, you have 7 cards, and you have to get rid of 2. So you'll start the game with 5. And so you'll have a lot of cards to choose from. And you'll notice that there's not a lot of repeats. They're all kind of different. The thing that you need to know about Jump Drive is there's essentially 2 different classifications of cards. There are deployments, which are these triangles here. So these triangles here. And the number inside the triangle is the cost. Yeah, I even sleeved them because they get played a lot. So, and there's a lot of shuffling and things like that. So I find sleeving them, it makes it harder to shuffle, but because you shuffle a lot, you probably should have it. I don't know. It's a trade-off, right? Of course, I got 2 sets, so I could probably get away with, you know, just letting the cards get beat up. But anyway, so this is the cost for drafting. And what that means is you can have up to 10 cards in your hand. After a while, you can get to where you have more than just, like, say, the 5 or whatever. But what you do is, in order to play that one, it's 2, right? Costs 2. I have to get rid of 2 cards. So I take 2 cards out of my hand and I throw them away, and I put that in my tableau, right? So you add the cards to your tableau. Now, the one thing, the other thing that you have in there are planets. So these circles, right? There's different colored circles and things like that. It might be difficult to see, but this one has a red rim around it, and these have black rims. The red rim one is a military planet, which means you have to take it over with military. This guy here, Space Marines. This right here shows, it's hard to see, but it's a white circle with a red, it's a white circle with a red circle around it. It's a, whatever. The white dot with a red circle around it, and it says +1. So these both give you 2 military. And this guy costs 1 military to take. So that's how you play him, is by already having played military. The other cards, like these, you would be able to play them based on throwing cards away, just like the other ones. So that's basically how that works. And what you get for doing that, there's a lot of other symbols on there and whatnot, but what you get for that is pretty simple. At the bottom, you get victory points. So when you get done with your tableau, everybody gets to play 1 deployment, up to 1 deployment, and up to 1 planet per round. And everybody does that. You pay for them, you put them in, and then everybody says, okay, collect your victory points. So this one will get me 1 victory point. And then you collect your income, which is 2 cards. So this, if I played this one down in my tableau, I would get 1 victory point and 2 cards every round. Anyway, so now you can see that if I have enough of these cards down, right, this would give me 4 card draw every time. Now, some of them don't give you anything, like that military guy. He gave you 0 points and 0 card draw, but he gives you 2 military. So if you want to go to the military, so that's really cool. It's easy to play. There's some symbols. You know, this one, it says, hey, you get special points for these little green X's. This card, by the way, has a couple of green X's. So there's some things that have specifics. It'll say stuff like, hey, you get extra points for blue planets. So this guy is a blue planet. So if you have him, you get extra points. And that's how it goes. So a lot of the symbology you might be familiar with from Race for the Galaxy or Roll for the Galaxy. But this is super simple. Plays quickly. And basically the first one to reach 50 points at the end of a round, when you collect your score, if someone reaches 50 points, that's the end of the game. And you just see who has the most points at that point. So anyway, pretty quick, neat cards. They have themes and whatnot, so you could mix and match and like go a particular direction as you play. You kind of learn those things. So there'll be things like this asteroid belt is a brown planet, and it gives you pluses for mining robots, and mining robots help out with brown planets. And this is the mining league, which gives you points for brown planets. And so like you can start to see themes through things. It's like, oh, I'll go with the mining thing or whatever. So that's how this works. That's Jump Drive. So that's another really neat, quick Tableau, easy to learn, easy to play. So I think between these 2 games, right? And I think this one, Kanagawa, came out, I'm going to say, in 2017. And this one, well, yeah, I think so. And then 2018 or something like, or maybe it's 2016, 2017. But both of them on BGG, you'll see their scores about a 7. And I really like them. I like those small, light, really good, crunchy games, good decisions, Tableau building, building an engine, all that kind of stuff is really cool for me. I like that. I like that. And this is one of those things where, like Jump Drive, you could play it and then immediately play it again. 20 minutes at tops. It's really awesome. So, and fairly inexpensive. I think both of them are. And the Kanagawa is like just such an awesome production with the bamboo mat and the wooden components. It's really, and pretty cards. So, and available from Portal Games, which really, come to think of it, this is something that you could buy directly from Portal because it's language independent. So you can ring up Ignacy and say, hey, send me one of these, you know? So anyway, that's what I wanted to share with you guys. I don't know if you guys have had any experience with that, but yeah, Von Rommel was talking about how it's a good Jump Drive's a good stepping stone or for the rest of their line, because you can kind of start to learn the iconography, which seems difficult at first. You're like, what's this mean? And that's most of the time people say, what's this mean? And I said, you don't need to know until you have a card that says, hey, you get points for having that symbol or whatever. You get to draw cards for having that symbol, right? So anyway, that's how that works. Yeah, flow of the game as well. Yeah, that's a boy. Both of those games, I really like how they play. And you would think with like thinking about Kanagawa, the drafting method, you would think, man, that can't be any good for 2 players. I mean, drafting that way. But it actually is, because if you don't take it, maybe the other guy will. I could wait one more turn, but what if he takes it? Right? So I find that it's pretty good. It's quick and easy and great decisions. Dutch Yoda says, I got my butt kicked with Jump Drive. There is a card that gets points exponentially if you have more. Yeah, it's Trendsetters, Galactic Trendsetters. So you get 2 points for every Galactic Trendsetter that you have. That's what it says on the bottom of Galactic Trendsetter. So when you put 1 down, you'll get 2 points. When you put 2 down, each one will give you 2 points. No, each one will give you 4 points, because it says each one says 2 points per Galactic Trendsetter. And since you got 2, then each one will give you 4 points. So it starts out with 2 points, then 8 points. Right? Did I just do that right? 4 and 4. Yeah. So it's 2, 8, and then you put a third one down, then each one would give you 6 points. That's 24 for having 3. So, and I think there's something like 5 of them in the complete deck. So anyway, and then those are also tied to some of the other blue planets and the I think the advertisers or something like that. So there's a whole theme that can be built around those guys as well. So you can get points there. Wow, that's holy cow. Yeah, there's other things too, like you can do the evil empire thing where you have like lots of military, and then there's this card that gives you 2 points, I think, per military that you have. So like if you had 8 military or something, that's like 16 points per turn, which is freaking awesome, right? So trying to build those edges, again, that's what you're doing. And I love that Tableau building engine. It's a what's that marble game where you draft the marbles, not the potion game, but the Gizmos. And Gizmos is another great little engine builder. Right. You don't get to pick your strategy. And like I said, I think you could probably come up with a drafting way around that to where you could make it a little more strategic. But it really is just a tactical game, right? And I think most of these games are. I think if you look at Gizmos, if you look at Kanagawa, if you look at Jump Drive, you're trying to make the best decision for now. The cards that come out and stuff are a little random, right? It's the same thing as Neuroshima. It's a very tactical game. The only strategy you could possibly have in Neuroshima is which faction you're going to try against some other faction. Yeah, and I think you're right. It's a perfect filler. It really is. All of these, honestly, are great filler games. And really, you can call them fillers, but if you sat down, I don't know how many times I've played a game like Hearts or Rummy or something like that, and you just sit down with a family, right? And how many games of that would you play? You play like 5, 6 games of it. Like you just play that one game all night. You just have a deck of cards and you play these, that thing. Well, I think you could do the same thing with Jump Drive. You sit down, after a while, everybody gets real familiar with it and they try different strategies. They try different things. You see how it turns out. I mean, I could see myself playing it 4 or 5 times for sure in one night, hanging out with friends, having a few drinks, be fine. I think the same thing's true with Kanagawa. You could do that several times. It doesn't take that long to play Kanagawa. So, yeah. Anyway. you play Komoroski's played Kanagawa several times, but not actually their own copy. I've done that with a couple of games where like, man, I've played this and really like this game, but I haven't played my copy. Like you play it and you think, man, this is really a good game. I'm going to buy a copy of it. And then you never play it. You end up playing other people's games. Yeah. More than 10 times. That's awesome. Well, there you go. If you ever need to play it, you're on top of it. I wonder if there's a solo mode. Surely there's a solo mode. Right? Anyway. All right. Well, I guess that's it for me. You guys have a great week. Christmas is coming soon. So make sure you pick up your portal gifts. We got plenty of mugs and t-shirts and, you know, if you bribe Ignacy with cookies, because he hasn't been going to conventions, he's really running low on cookies. So you bribe Ignacy with cookies, he might even sign a few items for you, right? So. All right, you guys be good, and we'll talk to you soon.